morning, everyone. I decided to sit outside and eat my breakfast today. It's decently nice. It has been raining. I don't know if it's raining right now, but it's a decently sort of coldish temperature where it's not super warm, but it's not super cold. And I feel really warm this morning. I might have a fever, I don't know. So I'm just gonna sit here for a bit and enjoy my oatmeal. So I ended up moving inside. I have like half of my oatmeal eaten, but it started raining. It's a lovely visit to my friend. So I ended up having to go upstairs to relax. My head is hurting quite a bit, which isn't fun, and today is one of those days where it feels like everything is moving in slow motion. But I managed to go downstairs. I've had breakfast, I've also had lunch. I had a lovely visit from my grandparents, but I feel really exhausted. And I'm going to try and rest a bit. I didn't get to put makeup on my face yesterday even though I wanted to, so I want to try it today. There's a part of me that wants to film because I'm planning on trying the Fenty Beauty stuff that I got a couple of days ago or like last week. But part of me wants to do first impressions, but I also know I'm like a year late for that one, so I think I'm just gonna wear it and there might be a review or something if I ended up, liking them, not liking them, or anything once I've tried them. But I need to relax. I need to, I'm gonna have to try not to fall asleep because I woke up later today than I wanted to. It's not fun. So I've started my makeup. I'm downstairs because I have to watch the food while Dad is out walking the dog. But I just put the oh my gosh, Fenty Beauty foundation on. And this is in the shade 100. My dad thinks it's too pale, but there is no line from my neck or even from my chest to my face. Now you will see a difference probably if I hold my hand up. Right now it's super pale, so I am a ghost. It's in the lightest shade. It is a tiny bit dry, so I can see why this is targeted more for oily skin and why it would fit oily skin a lot better. But I really like it so far. So I'm gonna watch the food, go back up and do more makeup. I just wanted to show you how it looks before I put anything over the top. This is just the foundation with the primer underneath. So my dad made lasagna for dinner and it was really nice. If my lips look really uneven at the edges and stuff, I was wearing Freckle Fiesta by Fenty Beauty, the Mattemoiselle one. Amazing. I absolutely love the colour. It's a beautiful little warm orange. But I've been eating, so it's worn around except for around the edges, and I'm fairly certain there's probably some sauce and stuff all around my mouth, but it kind of matches the lip colour. Sorry if that's a bit gross, but I kind of rubbed it in, put a bit of gloss over, and I really like it. The eyeshadow, you can see, this is the foundation with the powder. It doesn't wear well for glasses, but I love the eyeshadow. It doesn't really go with the lips, but I don't really care. I just wanted to try some stuff. I'm currently watching Manchester United versus Tottenham. It's the FA Cup and I love football. I used to play a lot when I was younger. Then I got sick and had to quit, which is unfortunate, but I still love watching it. And yeah, I'm changing channels between that one because there is also a Norwegian game going on and I kind of want to pay a bit of attention to that one as well. But after they're both done, almost a goal, I am gonna probably see if I can find some Disney, because although I call myself a Disney addict. I love Disney, anything that has to do with Disney, basically. I have seen very few of the movies. It is awful how few I've seen. So I am planning on changing that this year and watching all of them. I have kind of already decided I'm not going to do it in order because I don't know if I can find everyone in order from where I have to watch them. I felt it, I'm also going to have to buy a couple, which is completely fine with me. I love Disney. But I want to watch all of them because I feel like I've missed out on some. I loved Disney when I was younger, but only certain princesses. There were certain films like The Lion King, Aladdin, My Brother Bear, I think it's called. I have to translate these from Norwegian to English as well in my head, and not all the translations are as literal as some of them. But I loved Cinderella, I loved Snow White. I'm fairly certain I also saw Sleeping Beauty and maybe The Little Mermaid. But like, I never saw Sleeping No, I never saw Beauty and the Beast. I don't even know if I've seen Snow White. Like, I can't remember seeing it. I've seen all three of the Cinderella movies in the last couple of years because they've been on Disney Channel, and I'm like, the first one is the best still, but I don't mind them. But like, I've never seen The Lion King. I haven't seen Toy Story. I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast. I haven't seen Tarzan. There's so many, and I want to change that this year. So hopefully there's going to be one on Netflix, and hopefully it's going to be in English, because it annoys me now that I understand and speak English really well. It annoys me watching any movie dubbed in Norwegian, because it makes me cringe. And as an adult, I feel like I lose a lot of, you know, hidden jokes, sort of like read between the lines kinds of things. They get lost in translation. So hopefully I can find one, and I want to watch Disney tonight. I've also been, because I want to go back to Disney. I was at Disney 3 years ago. Gosh, 3 years ago. Doesn't feel like that. And I really want to go back as I'm having withdrawals. So I really want to go back, and in my head, I would like next year. But I don't know if that will be possible because I can't travel by myself. I'm not well enough to do that, and I would like to go with my family. The only problem is, in my family, only me and my sister are big fans of Disney. Like, my dad could do without going to Disney again, so could my mum. So it's like, and I can't drive. And even if I took my driving test and passed it this year, you have to drive for 5 years before you can drive anywhere other than Norway. So that's a bit of a bummer. At least driving in the US, that's the way. For rental companies, I think it's insurance thingamabobs. But I'm going to finish the football. Then I'm going to put on some Disney. Although I have already done my makeup, I am going to film when I get back upstairs, just to show you the products I use and what I think about them. I so far like the foundations, but I'm definitely going to have to moisturise better, because it does not do all too great on the dry patches of my skin. But on any places I don't have dry patches, it looks amazing. So I will show you that when I go back upstairs. But I'm going to continue watching football, and I'll see you with what Disney film I choose. Can you name the movie I picked? You guessed Finding Nemo. You're right. And I'm really excited. Even though I am fairly certain I have seen this one before, it was the first one I noticed on my list. Nemo was awesome. I have seen it before. I don't think I've seen it in English before. And with this entire thing that I'm going to try to do this year is watch every single Disney film in English. Or if they are not made in English, in the original language with subtitles if possible. Probably all in English, because that's going to be the easiest one for me to understand. But I love Nemo. I do. I love Nemo. I don't know why, but I have a thing for ocean things. I love the ocean, so Nemo's like, I want to squish him. I'm going to call him Squishy, and he shall be mine. He shall be my squishy. Now, it's 10 p.m, so it's a bit later than what I would have liked. Normally I would be in bed by now, and this is awful lighting. Stop making noises. I don't want that. I am considering watching Finding Dory, because I know they have that one as well. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah. How long is Finding Dory? An hour and a half? I mean, it's Saturday, and the lighting just got worse. That's a bit better, but I think this is an awful angle. I think I'm gonna put on Finding Dory, and I can cross two of my list today. So, I currently have my ring light on, which is why it's so bright even though it's midnight. Excuse the brows. I only used a brow gel in them today, and they need some extra help. But, as I said, foundation, I think is looking pretty nice. I used the Pro Filt'r, this is the primer, and I really liked it. This is the foundation in the shade 100. Now, I think this is a perfect match for me. but I'm not 100% sure about the formula because it did look pretty dry and cakey around my nose. And as you can see, I've been wearing my glasses. They're not glass proof, unfortunately, which is a bit sad, but it did set down very quickly. From the, I think about 3 minutes that I was downstairs watching the food, or maybe 5 minutes from when I first put the foundation on to I put the concealer on, it had already set. And when I blended the edges and I used the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the new lightest shade, which is Fair 02, that isn't the right one, I ended up with this awful line here where it almost looked like you'd blended cream on top of powder, which was essentially what I had done. So I managed to save it a bit by going back over it with foundation, and it looked okay, but it did not look great. So I'm either going to have to put concealer on first or do concealer right after foundation. It's not one I can wait with, which is nice to know, and I do tend to do that anyway, but today was a bit different. I lightly set my face with the blotting powder. I definitely didn't need to, because my face was completely matte anyway, and I don't really think it did anything other than emphasize the dry spots on my face, which was essentially just my nose. And my nose looks fine right now. It looks super shiny because I'm getting a little bit oily and sweaty from walking up and down the stairs. I tried the amber sticks, you can see a little bit, and I don't love them. I don't love this one because I found it a bit hard to blend, but that can, again, be because I waited too long between applying my foundation and this one, so I'm going to keep trying. But I do like the tone. It works pretty well with my skin tone. Oh no, I dropped it. Highlighter is fine. This is what I dropped. This is in the shade Metal Moon. You see it on my cheekbone. I love it. I love this. It is a very pale shade. Like, it's white, but it has, I don't know how best to show it off on the camera. I don't think I can, but it has a gold sheen to it. So it sort of reflects gold. Like, when you look at it, it looks white, but it reflects gold. So I think it is beautiful on the skin. Definitely going to be playing more with that one. I did layer this quite a bit on my skin because it did look quite dry, but I had no problems with it. It didn't emphasize texture or anything, which is lovely. I'm going to try not to make anything else fall on the floor. My lipstick was Freckle Fiesta, which is the Mattemoiselle one. I regret not showing it to you before I ate because I love the colour. Let's try and open it here. It's this beautiful warm orangey brown kind of colour. You can see my lips look a mess. It's basically the colour around the edges of my lips. My mascara is the NYX Worth the Hype. I don't think it's worth the hype. I haven't really had much hype about it anyway. Mainly on Instagram, but I like it for my lower lashes because it looks natural. Would have loved it for my top lashes as well, but it doesn't hold a cow. And that's kind of the one thing I need a mascara to do, since I have to curl my lashes or else they look like this. They point straight ahead, sometimes even more down than this. So the brush is a bit too big for me, but I'm going to keep playing with it. I might find a way to use it, but so far it's just okay. So for my eyeshadow, I'm wearing this one, which is called Tutti Mango. And it looks beautiful. And I'm also wearing a bit of So Jaded in the inner corner, and that is also stunning. A little bit of a close-up. I think the eyeshadow's held up pretty nicely. There's no primer on my eyes, so I think it looks nice. It hasn't creased as much at all for my eyes, and my eyelids tend to get pretty oily, but you can see very heavily the imprints of the glasses there, so not too fond of that. And you can see the separation thing that's happened on my top lip. That happened right after application, which is a bit sad, but I'm gonna keep playing with them because I like it. I don't love it, but I want to because it was expensive and I like the packaging. It's a stupid reason to love a product, but it seems, I mean, I like it now on any parts that hasn't broken down or looks sweaty or awful, which is basically this area right here. And it looks pretty nice on my forehead, but I've had this on for 8 hours, I think, and I didn't love it at first, so I'm going to keep playing with it, but it's past midnight. I'm exhausted. I loved Finding Dory. I did tear up a bit. It was beautiful. I love them. And I will sign off and hopefully see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.